Before starting any major project, it's a good idea to call 811 before you dig. Now, what I mean by a major project is if you're going to lay the foundation for a new building, you're going to be digging maybe a pool or a pond in your backyard, or like in our case, we are setting posts below the frost line for a new chicken coop and run. So I'll tell you how the call went with 811 and how the process worked for me and what some things to look out for. That's one of the big things to think of when you are starting a project is if you're going to be digging below the frost line. And that's really what we're concerned with as far as utilities, gas lines, sewer lines, water lines, even Ethernet or optic cable, like fiber optic cable. I called because we are going to be putting right under that mulberry tree, we're going to be putting in a quite substantial chicken run, and we have 10-foot oak posts that we're going to be using a gasoline powered auger to drill below the frost line, because we don't want those posts to be shifting. Make sure that when you call, you tell them you are going to be going at least below your frost line, so you can easily look that up. They have maps online that show you whatever region you're in. When you call, they will ask you how deep do you want to dig, where are you going to dig, what part of your property are you going to dig, and then they'll ask you if you want a survey for your whole property. And that's what we did. We said our whole property, we have half an acre, it's like 3 plots. The process itself and the time it takes for all the utility companies to come out is within 48 hours. This is one of the markings from the fiber optic cable company, and it runs all the way alongside my property here. The gas line actually runs alongside the alleyway here, and they marked that out within about 2 hours after I'd made the phone call. And as you can see, they just marked off with flags, and then they did do some painting here and there. Nothing too obtrusive or ugly or destructive or anything like that. The only actual problem we had was with that Ethernet company. We had to call 811 again on the third day, and they gave me the number and contact info of a local person that was actually supposed to be doing the inspection. So the whole process was really easy. A quick phone call, tell them my address, the street that it ran alongside, the nearest major street. The lady had access to a mapping system, so she was able to, if I gave her my plot ID or something like that, she'd be able to look it up. And then when we ran into a problem, they were quick to come out and fix it. Also, there were email notifications, there were text notifications, there was a link that you could go onto their website and check the status of everything. And mostly it just said the gas people came out, marked their thing, and we got notices from all the other major utilities that there was nothing within the work site itself. That's why it's really important to say your whole property, because that way there's no, what if you plan to, your plans change and you want to move your chicken coop somewhere else. So then you know everything that you have. And once they do that, you can make a quick sketch, maybe video, just to keep a record of where all these things are, because the one thing we are worried about is our water shutoff is right past that alder, and then this is where the chicken coop is going to be, but then that's our house right there. So we were worried that the line would come in somehow like this, but we found out that we're perfectly free and able to start setting posts, which we will start doing on Monday. We do run primarily a gardening, permaculture, sustainability, raised chickens kind of channel around here. So if you're coming here watching this video from a different, genre, and you're interested in growing apple trees or peach trees or blueberry bushes, take a look at some of our other videos. We're a beginner channel, beginner gardeners, but we've planted over 100 fruit trees and bushes. So we're well on our way to having food all year round with perennial food systems. So thank you for watching, and remember to call 811 before you dig.